Hello everyone and welcome to our Instagram live event. My name is Paul Arsov and I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project. The topic of today is Bitcoin at 1 million, makes sense or not? Before starting talking about the topic of today, let me tell you about our project. I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project. We're building a decentralized communication and advertising platform. Um, when we're saying decentralization, decentralization is a key word here. Most of the times, investors, marketers, promoters who are involved into the space, they think of decentralization as it connects to blockchain technology. I believe this is incorrect. It is wrong. Blockchain technology is not suitable to drive decentralization, and the technology itself has many flaws, like limited number of transactions, continuously growing in size, and etc. But like there are other ways of achieving decentralization, and our project is one of the very few which is exploring these ways. The essence of decentralization is direct communication from user to user without using servers. I mentioned blockchain technology. We still have a blockchain instance and we have a cryptocurrency token, but they play just a support role in our project. The essence of decentralization, as I said, is through the decentralization engine that we're having, which allows direct communication from user to user. Success of a project depends on marketing, and we have been doing extensive marketing with the aim of building of a community. We're posting on a very long list of social networks, and this includes Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Reddit, and Discord. From this very, very long list of social networks, we're focusing mainly on Instagram, Twitter, and Telegram. Come and join our community and find what we did achieve and what we have under development. To to join one of these social networks that we're posting on, you can come to our website, which is decentralizedweb.org. Decentralized and web, there are two words. You can put them all together, decentralizedweb.org. And on the bottom of every page, you can see the icons of the social networks that we're posting on, and you can click on one of the more of your favorite social networks and become a follower or join the group of a specific social network. To make it interesting for people who are coming to our community, we are organizing events like this, and today, as I mentioned, it's an educational event, and it is happening on Instagram Live. Yesterday, we had an event on the same topic, but it happened on Twitter Space. Both of these events, they're recurring events every week, and we're covering topics on crypto, blockchain technology, Web3, decentralization, central bank digital currencies, ways of communication, artificial intelligence, and etc. Um, So I mentioned the events that are happening on Saturdays and Sundays, and we started these events about probably 4 or 5 months ago. The topic of our very first event was what is blockchain, and it happened on Twitter Space only. The following second event, it started happening on both Twitter Space and Instagram Live. And the topic of this second event was what is a smart contract. Some of the topics of the following events were like applying astrology into cryptocurrency trading, central bank digital currency versus ordinary crypto, confrontation is looming. Decentralized finance destined to implode. In the end of 2022, we had 2022 reviewing crypto. In the beginning of 2023, we had predictions for crypto in 2023. Like some of the additional topics were like blockchains as decentralization engine and other decentralization engine implementations. Current state of artificial intelligence and path to artificial general intelligence, and etc. Every week, like in the middle of the week, we are posting a web page with the announcement for the upcoming talk for Saturday and Sunday, and on the bottom of this web page we have recordings of every one of these events that I did mention. There is a very long list with recordings of the events that we have done and covered. So you can not only come to the upcoming event, but you're welcome to check and listen on Twitter Space or listen and see on Instagram Live the recordings of the events that we made previously. So I mentioned the events, the educational events happening Saturdays on Twitter Space and Sundays on Instagram Live, but I like to mention the events which are happening every Thursday as well. And these events, they're happening simultaneously on Telegram in text, on Google Meet in video and audio, and on Twitter Space in in audio only. 1 week we have Ask Me Anything session, and this Ask Me Anything session covers topics on current sentiment of the crypto market, also about blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies in general, Web3, decentralization, NFTs, central bank digital currencies, and etc. Like 1 week I mentioned we have Ask Meeting session, but the following week we have a demo day event. And on this demo day we're demonstrating what did we achieve in our decentralization software engine, like what we have achieved and released, and also what we have under development. And I like to tell you that we have something very exciting and very interesting under development. We're building an NFT marketplace, and also we're building one or more collections of NFTs based on three-dimensional objects. And the interesting and special thing about this is that these three-dimensional objects, they're animated, they keep moving by themselves, they're interactive, like you as a user can click and move them, you can zoom them in and out, you can rotate them, and in addition to this, like these three-dimensional objects, they have a voice, they speak, and they can speak in male or female or whisper voice. And in addition to this, this voice has flavors for normal speed, fast speed, or slow speed. So in addition to the speaking capabilities and all the previously mentioned capabilities, this three-dimensional object has a voice recognition capability. With this voice recognition, you as the user can tell the object stop moving, and the object is going to stop moving. You can tell it start moving, and it's going to start moving by itself. You can tell it come closer, and it's going to come zoom in. Go farther away, it's going to move away. You can tell it to rotate, and the object is going to rotate. Finally, the last but probably most important capability of the three-dimensional NFT object that we're planning to release is that this three-dimensional NFT object is going to have basic artificial intelligence. Wow! So you can, for example, ask it question, what is your name, and then the object is going to tell you their name. You can ask it who are you, and the object is going to tell you who they are. You can ask it describe something, and then the object is going to describe for example, decentralization or Web3, or if you ask it describe Russia, it's going to describe the country called Russia. And so these are very interesting and very exciting things we're having under development. The planned release date is by the end of this month, by the end of April, but it may take longer than this. But you can see on our demo days what we did achieve, and you can tell other people as well. We're making a calling through our social networks for influencers who are specifically dealing with NFTs, people who have a large following on the social networks, and they may be having a large collection of NFTs, or they cover topics specifically about NFTs. Most NFTs which are released, they're based on two-dimensional static images, but what we have is very new, very exciting, and very innovating. So that's regarding to our project. I'm going to come back to the topic of today, and the topic of today is Bitcoin at 1 million. Makes sense or not? If you came yesterday, I'm going to repeat some of the things that I said yesterday on Twitter Space, and I can start first with like mentioning that this topic, this educational topic, is based on several articles that I read, and these articles mention a person called Balaji, who was the former chief technology officer of crypto exchange called Coinbase. And for those of you who are familiar with crypto and trading, Coinbase is essentially the biggest crypto exchange in the United States. And this crypto exchange is working in very close very close collaboration with Security Exchange Commission of the United States, and based on being the former chief technology officer of very big and very famous crypto exchange in a very big country like the United States, give this person a certain credibility. And this person called Balaji, he made a prediction that Bitcoin is going to become like a chief value into spot market trading of $1 million, and this is going to happen within several months, and specifically somewhere into the 3 months time frame. But let's look closer at this prediction, and we can look at the person who made the prediction, and we can look at the the measuring stick of Bitcoin. So if you're looking at price prediction, the price quote of Bitcoin reaching $1 million, these $1 million are not actually paper dollars, but these are stablecoin dollars. The crypto market measurement is it is measured in stable coins, and most often in stable coin dollars. There are some other stable coins based on other currencies or based on other for example algorithms or crypto coins themselves. But the most used and most often measure is in stable coin dollars. So the first thing we have to pay attention to is that the measurement is not in fiat or paper dollars, but it is in stable coin dollars. And if we look further to market capitalization, we can we know people who are involved in crypto, they know that there are just a little more than 20 million Bitcoin coins in existence and mined, and like the total amount of Bitcoin coins could be 21 million Bitcoin coins. But let's assume for now that there are 20 million Bitcoin coins, and if we assume hypothetically that Bitcoin did reach 1 million stablecoin dollars. So if we multiply this 1 million stablecoin dollars for one Bitcoin to the 20 million Bitcoins, we have a total market capitalization of 20 trillion stablecoin dollars. And this is a very, very big amount. And so like if we are looking at the gross domestic product of the United States, which is considered the biggest economy in the world, so we can tell that the gross domestic product is somewhere between 15 to 25 trillion paper dollars. This is the gross domestic product of the United States. And so if we're looking at 20 trillion stablecoin dollars and comparing with 20 trillion dollars of gross domestic product of a country like United States, we are seeing that this is extraordinarily big amount for the like one virtual currency, virtual cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. And so like we can assume that other cryptocurrencies, they like if Bitcoin did achieve this big increase in their quote price, spot market price, so other crypto, they may increase their crypto like spot market as well. And if we're adding the additional crypto coins like Ethereum, Litecoin, Solana, Polygon, Matic, Litecoin, Ripple, and Dogecoin, and all the others, so we are going to achieve like a very big stable coin amount. We can reach maybe 40 trillion stable coin dollars or even more. This amount is going to exceed like in a measure the gross domestic product of the United States plus several other big economies in the world. So comparing virtual currencies, cryptocurrencies which create virtual value with economies like United States and other countries in the world, like virtual value is cannot be compared with physical and tangible value. Like the economies of the world, like the gross domestic product, if we look at gross domestic product as the market capitalization of a country, so like the country itself has a lot more things compared with virtual currencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum or all the others. So you can see that countries, they have the land of the country itself, they have the economy of the country, they have the goods that are produced by this economy, they have the people living in these countries, and they have the banks which are holding the savings of these people living in the country, and they have the financial markets in this country, and they have the businesses, and they have the like all the roads, infrastructures, and like the healthcare and etc. in the country. Like comparing virtual currencies which have virtual value with like economies in the country, it looks like ridiculous for some virtual currency to reach like this excessive number as 20 trillion stable coins. But let's look further at the stable coins themselves, and if we're looking at the path of people entering the crypto market, we can see that people coming to the crypto market, they're bringing fiat currency, and this fiat currency is collected by the stablecoin issuers. Further, after collecting these stablecoins, these stablecoin issuers are giving the stablecoins to people who entered the market, and these people can go further and, for example, buy other crypto coins or tokens with these stable coins that they have got. But if we're looking at the amount of the stable coins, we can see that the amount of stable coins is much smaller compared with the market capitalization of cryptocurrencies. So if we're looking at the amount of paper dollars, paper euros, paper Japanese yen, UK pounds, and all of the other paper currencies, like submitted by people and entering the crypto market and collected by stablecoin issuers. If we're looking at the total amount of this paper currency collected, then we can see that the total amount does not exceed $100 billion. And so we can see that there is a very big discrepancy between the paper dollars collected, paper currencies collected, and the market capitalization of cryptocurrencies. So if hypothetically we assume that at some point Bitcoin did reach 1 million stablecoin dollars, then Bitcoin did achieve 20 trillion stablecoin dollars market capitalization, then we can see that these 20 trillion stablecoin dollars, they're covered by much smaller amount of paper currency which have been collected by the stablecoin issuers. So if we have the event of Bitcoin reaching this extraordinary amount of 1 million stable coins, and we are having some very happy at that time holders of Bitcoin, these holders of Bitcoin may decide to cash out their holdings in Bitcoins. So what they can do is like they can sell Bitcoins and get stable coins, and then convert these stable coins to fiat currency. And like the first few holders of Bitcoin who decided to exit the market and get actual fiat currency, they could be having and they could be getting the full amount of their holdings. But as the number of people wanting to cash out increases, then the stablecoin issuers are going to run out of liquidity. So if we're looking closely at the holdings in fiat currency of stablecoin issuers, for example, if we're looking at Tether, which is the company behind USDT stablecoin, and if we're looking at Circle, which is the issuer of USDC stablecoin, these two companies, which are number one and number two of stablecoin issuers, they did announce that about 3/4 of their holdings of fiat currency are into these holdings. They're into U.S. Government treasury bonds. And like if we're looking at the bond market, the bond market is not exactly liquid, and these companies, they have to wait up until the end of the maturity, to reach the maturity period for the bond, the time for maturity of the bonds which were purchased. So if we're looking at Tether and Circle, these two companies, they have maybe about 15% of their portfolio liquid, and it is possible that even this 15%, they were given as loans to some companies in order to get higher interest through these loans. So what would happen after Bitcoin reached 1 million and some people decided to cash out, is that at some point these big holders of fiat, like issuers of stable coins and holders of fiat currency, they're going to run out of liquidity, and they're going to stop honoring conversion back from crypto to fiat currency. After stopping this, what could happen is the crypto market may go rapidly down, because it may no longer be possible to exchange crypto for fiat currency. So these two companies, they could decide to go into bankruptcy in order to preserve their holdings of holdings of fiat currency and not return it back to the people. So what could happen is in an event of people who start cashing out of crypto and wanting to get back fiat currency, they could find that the stablecoin issuers, they run out of liquidity, and these stablecoin issuers companies, they go into bankruptcy in order to preserve their holdings of fiat currency. At this point, being unable to cash back to fiat currency, the crypto market may be crashing down to zero, and most of the crypto coins, they could be going to zero, and some of the other big crypto coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, they could lose maybe 99% of the value and hold just 1% or less than 1% of their value. So this hypothetical scenario of people who if we have rapid increase in the price, and if we have people who start cashing out of crypto, so we could see the scenario of a total crash in the crypto market. So like this regarding to the prediction of Bitcoin reaching 1 million, but let's look a little bit about the person who made this prediction. And yesterday I did mention, and some of the articles did mention this as well, that this person, his name is Balaji, is no stranger of big and controversial announcements about the end of about 2015. At that time, he was still employed with one of the biggest accounting firms, and at that time he did make a big speech in front of the venture capitalist community in Silicon Valley. So he did make a presentation of calling for making Silicon Valley as an island, or a separating from the rest of the United States as a small and separate country. And his talk and his presentation was comparing this island of Silicon Valley, or little country of Silicon Valley, with so-called paper belt, which according to Balaji is big cities like Washington DC, New York City, Boston, Chicago, and other big cities in the US. He was saying Silicon Valley can do well by themselves, and they can do well by separating from the rest of the country, and the technology which the valley is developing is sufficient enough so that it is going to be valuable as a separate island or a separate country compared to the rest of the United States. But if we're looking at the prediction, and if we're looking at Silicon Valley, we can find that at the present moment, Silicon Valley is experiencing a very big layoffs. These layoffs started with the announcement of the new owner of Twitter, Elon Musk, and he did announce big layoffs of like a very big percentage of the workforce of Twitter. And like these big layoffs of Twitter were followed by big layoffs of many other technology companies like Google, Amazon, and many others. Um, so like at the present moment, Silicon Valley is not in a good shape and probably much worse than cities which were called paper belt, and cities like Washington DC or New York City or Boston or many other big cities in the United States. So Silicon Valley didn't separate as predicted in the previous talk of Balaji, and so currently it is doing worse than the rest of the country compared with compared with economics of the region of Silicon Valley compared with the rest of the United States. But so like if we're looking at the prediction of Bitcoin increasing rapidly in price, why is this prediction made, and why the people why some people are believing in this prediction, and why like most of the articles that I read, they are urging people to buy Bitcoin because it is going to it's going to increase rapidly in value, and it is going to reach maybe a price of 1 million stablecoin dollars for one Bitcoin. Why the people would believe this, and why a person may make this prediction. So what happened in since the middle of 2022 is that central banks around the world they started increasing their lending rate, and this movement was prompted by the inflation which started raging around the world, and the inflation was actually a result of the COVID pandemic, which started around the beginning of 2020. As we know, like with the beginning of the COVID pandemic, some governments around the world they announced incentives for financial help of the population of the country, and they did issue some financial help and payments going directly to the population and citizens of some countries around the world. So in addition to this financial help, which some people were considering as big printing of money, in addition to this big printing of money, we had a disruption in the production line of goods in the world. If we're looking at China, which is considered the factory of the world, and it produces lots of goods which are then distributed and sold around the world. Like China did take very strict measures by closing factories in the country, and like it was no longer possible for people to work during the beginning the pandemic in China. And these measures were relaxed at some point, but then they were instituted again. And these measures disrupted the movement of the goods. And for example, some businesses, they had a just-in-time delivering of the goods, and they were running out of goods. Like they were at some point beginning of the scarcity of goods. And this is the second reason, in addition to giving money in the hands of people, for like inflation, which started like raging around the world. So in 2021 and 2022, and continuing some maybe sometimes in 2023, we are still witnessing inflation, and like central banks around the world, they started increasing lending rate with the aim of reducing inflation in their specific countries. So what happened is like with increasing the lending rate, then this increase in the lending rate, it affected very strongly the bond market. And like the way the bond market operates is like people who want to buy the bond, they care about two specific things. One of the things is maturity time, like the time period they are buying this bond. And as I said, they could buy a bond for a period of time between 1 month to 1 year. And the second thing, people who are buying government bonds, they care is the discount percentage. For example, people who buy a bond with a maturity time of 1 year, and the discount rate of this bond, for example, is 1%, and people, let's say people want to buy a bond for the amount of $100, people are actually giving the bond issuer $99. So this is $100 minus 1%. This is $99. They're giving $99 to the bond issuer, and then in the end of this 1 year, they're getting $100 back from the bond issuer. And like government bonds, they are considered the safest investment for people to put money, for people or banks to put money into. So what happened is like for example, if we're looking in Europe, for the example of Bank of England, they started increasing the lending rate, but then the bond market in UK started lobbying, and what happened is Bank of England announced that they stop increasing in the lending rate, so that bond market could recover. But what happened in the United States, the US Central Bank, called the Federal Reserve, they kept increasing lending rate, and with this lending rate, lots of banks which bought US government treasury bonds, they found themselves with big losses. And the time they bought the bonds, the discount rate was very small. The discount rate was 0.1% to 0.5%, or in some cases with some central banks it was even close to zero or zero lending rate. And so what happened is lots of banks in the US, they found themselves with big losses because of the bonds they purchased previously, and the current, according to current lending rates, they were realizing very big losses. So what happened in like March 11th, 2023, is one very big bank called Silicon Valley Bank. It declared bankruptcy, and the reason for this bankruptcy is their portfolio, like very big part of their portfolio was held into US government treasuries. So immediately after March 11th, 2023, central banks, bankers in the U.S., like Federal Reserve banks, it announced like emergency meeting about how to deal with this situation of one relatively big bank going into bankruptcy, and like many other very, very big banks in the US coming closer to announcing also bankruptcy because of the losses in bonds they did purchase. So the US Federal Reserve did announce that they have a solution, and their solution is they did announce that banks which are holding US government treasuries, they could achieve instant maturity of their bonds before the maturity date of these bonds. Basically, the banks, they could cash out right away their bonds, and they could have US dollars right away in exchange with the bonds they were holding. Some people, they announced that this is a bailout, but I believe this is not a bailout, but this is actually a very elegant solution of the problem faced by the banks. And the reason this is not a bailout is because this instant cashing out of instant maturity of the bond comes with a condition that this bond has to be repaid by March 2024 with the current lending rate, which is about 5%. So this is not a freebie, and like the banks who like are having instant cash out and instant cash on their hands, they have to repay some percentage back to the US Federal Reserve. So in exchange for this instant liquidity and instant cash, banks have to do some repayment. So like I did mention the bond market, and like the instability into the banks is what triggers people into thinking that Bitcoin could go to 1 million, but basically the banks in the US and probably the decision of the US Central Bank, the Federal Reserve, is going to be followed by many other banks in the world. They may be resuming the increase in the lending rate. And with this movement, this is going to reduce the inflation which is going on around the world. With the reduction of the inflation and banks coming back into stability, there's a reduced reason for people to buy Bitcoin, and reduced reason for Bitcoin going to $1 million. But let's look at the reason of why, we had the announcement of Silicon Valley declaring bankruptcy in the beginning of March. But this Silicon Valley Bank, it had holdings of Circle, which is the issuer of USDC. And we did witness deep pegging of USDC with the dollar. With this deep pegging, we did witness that at some point people were able to exchange one stable coin, one USDC stable coin, for only 90 cents in paper fiat currency. So with this deep pegging of USDC, some people who are holding USDC, they run to safety, and the way of running to safety is exchanging USDC to other cryptocurrency, like for example Bitcoin. And one of the reasons Bitcoin did increase in price immediately after declaring of the bankruptcy of Silicon Valley Bank is people converting USDC to swapping USDC for Bitcoins, and this swapping did trigger the increase in Bitcoin price. But if we are looking at the price increase of let's say Bitcoin did increase from $20,000 for one Bitcoin to $25,000 for one Bitcoin. We had, for example, the increase of $5,000. If we multiply this $5,000 by the amount of Bitcoin in circulation, 20 million Bitcoin coins, if we multiply these 20 million Bitcoin coins by $5,000 increase in the Bitcoin spot price, we have 100 billion stablecoin dollars increase. So like I'm appealing to people, to the common sense of people. So like with this big increase from $20,000 to 25,000 stablecoin dollars, with this $5,000 increase in the spot market price, which results in 100 billion dollars stablecoin dollar increase. Like, do we have increase in fiat currency with 100 billion paper dollars? And the answer is no. We do not have increase in the fiat currency collected by the stablecoin issuers. So, like with every $1,000 Bitcoin price increase, like ask yourself, do we have 20 billion paper dollars increase in the price of Bitcoin? And the answer is no. We do not have increase in the paper dollars collected for Bitcoin. And so like the end result is like these predictions and this prediction of Balaji and all of the other articles which are telling people buy Bitcoin. Like even if people buy Bitcoin and Bitcoin increase in the price, if you think rationally, like there is not a very significant increase in the price in the total number of fiat currency collected for the crypto currency. So like people who are buying Bitcoin, most often they're buying Bitcoin with stable coins which they already have. And like this purchase is entirely with cryptocurrencies, and this purchase does not affect the accumulation of fiat currency. So with this said, like I think like we're about to wrap up the topic of today, and the topic of today is Bitcoin at 1 million. So like as a summary of this event, I like to tell you that like if you think rationally, like every increase in the Bitcoin price does not lead to the amount of fiat currency collected, the total amount of fiat currency collected. The big increase in fiat currencies and specifically in Bitcoin does not result into big increase in fiat currency collected. So early or late, people who did collect cryptocurrency, they have to cash back, and the event of cashing back, like it can benefit first few people who they can cash the total amount they have in crypto. But as the number of people cashing out start increasing, then the stablecoin issuers are going to run out of liquidity. They may be declaring bankruptcy, and it may no longer be possible to exchange virtual value for real value, like cryptocurrencies for fiat currency. So like there could be a big disconnect from cryptocurrency to fiat currency. So these are all hypothetical scenarios, just like the scenario of Bitcoin increasing in the price and reaching $1 million. Just like this scenario, there's another, this positive scenario, there's another very big and more probable scenarios of people cashing out, and in this case, like the total crypto market could be disconnected from fiat market and it could be going down to zero. With this said, like I like to wrap up this event. For this who joined a little later, my name is Paul Arsov. I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project. We have something very, very exciting. Come and join our upcoming sessions like Ask Me Anything sessions or demo days or the upcoming educational events. We are building a community, and you can find our communities when you go to our website, which is decentralizedweb.org. Decentralized and web, there are two words, decentralizedweb.org. On the bottom of every web page, you can see the icons of the social networks that we're posting on, and you can come and join a specific social network, become a follower, so that you can see announcements that we're posting, or you can join the group and you can interact with other followers on our social network. With this said, thank you for coming. You're welcome to come to the upcoming event. Have a nice day, have a nice evening, and goodbye.